I want to tell you a little story about a dragon. I just was watching a video, and they are mythological animals, whatever at this point, beings. And the Hopis say they still exist out in Hopi land in these tunnels out there. They can be scary. They say that they steal children out there. But there's many myths about dragons, which is really pretty cool. One guy came up with a theory that where these giant dragons died, it became mountains, and in specific areas of the dragon's body is where the gemstones lie. And if you look at different mountain ranges, you can actually see mines and how it lines up to being like in the feet of the dragon and things like that. It's just wild. And so, anyways, that's not really what the story I want to tell you. But I believe in dragons. I believe in a lot of things that most people think aren't real, but that's because I have a multi-dimensional reality. Yeah, there's a lot going on that no one sees. It's kind of bizarre and weird when you see and know things that other people don't. Because they think you're all crazy, or you're making it up, or you're lying, or you're blah, blah, blah. Well, whatever. I'm not a liar, and I just really have been wanting to share my stories. And you can think I'm weird or whatever, but I'm anchored very strong in Jesus Christ and have been pretty much my entire life. And I believe in a lot of things. So I believe that he was the greatest mystical being on the planet that's ever been, like higher than any of the gurus or masters, Buddha, any of them, the yogis. He's like higher than anyone. Maybe Melchizedek is a little not as high as him though, because I met Melchizedek when I was 4 years old. Came into my room. I've met Jesus. I talk to him quite often. And so I'm not really scared to. I do astral projection journeys. I haven't done them for a while actually because I was sick and Jesus has helped me get healthy again. But I want to tell you about this time. So I also heard Tucker saying how he's like scared of supernatural things. I think that's mostly because of the Christian belief. They just tried to control everyone to keep them from their power and abilities because we are supposed to um, become as Christ and do the same things as Christ. So they're just, I don't know what they are. They're like babies, brainwashed babies, whatever. So, anyways, bless them. But yeah, let's get back to the story. So, I'm scared of humans. Like, I have had some very, very scary experiences with humans. And so the things in the other realms just have not really scared me as much as the humans do. And so one day I was up in Northern California. We were pretty much homeless, but in a motorhome and just kind of camping around, whatever. So not really homeless, but just kind of out. And so I was gonna go get a pack of cigarettes, or I got a pack of cigarettes and was walking back, and these gangsters came up on me. They were totally gonna mug me. And luckily, my son's friend came and pretty much saved me from them, walked me back to my car. And then a bunch of other things happened where they were just like really stalking me. And next thing I know, like just crazy stuff was happening, right? And I was really scared of them because I had two small girls, and I was thinking they probably wanted to kidnap them or something, you know. And so I was praying really hard in my room, and I was like, just praying for them to go away, and that I would be protected, and to protect the children, you know. And I was watching these other things because I was out so much, just kind of watching what was happening, you know, like in the world and things. And yeah, I was seeing like possibly trafficking and stuff being happening. So yeah, it was pretty intense. And so I was praying really hard. And suddenly, this flying serpent came up into my face. All I saw was like brake lights when you see a long stream of brake lights like going around a mountain or something, like down a windy road. That's what it was like. I just saw that coming at me, and I was like, oh my god, what? And it came and literally ate me. And then we flew around, and it, like, I was like on it at that point or something. And we flew around, and it literally disappeared a whole bunch of really bad guys. The guys that were gonna mug me and kidnap us or whatever. And so I saw this happening, you know, it's like in a meditation in my motorhome, and I'm like flying around like Northern California, and people are just like getting consumed by this flying serpent. And I'm just like, holy crap, this is crazy. And I come back to essentially in my body, right? And I'm like praying. And the next morning, I went and I talked to this little homeless lady. And I was like, so how are you doing? She's like, did you see that light come down the road last night? And I was like, no, what are you talking about? And she goes, well, this light came down the road and they disappeared. The bad guys, they just disappeared. And I was like, oh, really? Wow. Don't know anything about that, really. I guess I kind of saw a flash of light at least. Yeah. And then the next thing I know is some of the buddies of these guys, the really bad guys, decided they were going to make friends with me. And they ended up like coming around a lot and asking me what happened to those guys. And yeah, that's my story of the flying serpent. Have a good night, and don't be scared of God.